We're here with a very chilly Glenn Delaney, and I might add a very svelte Glenn Delaney off camera, just telling me he's doing a very strict dietary regime to get washboard abs for Christmas. Glenn, looks like the conditions are very conducive to playing rugby this weekend.
Yeah, it's obviously fantastic at the moment. You can see the pitch is looking great and we're getting a lot of quality work done, Tim. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a battle this week. It's been tough for the last 2 weeks, but you know, it's snowing. Let's just get on with it.
And what are the chances of the game being on Esher? That's the question on everyone's lips.
Well, it's yeah, an interesting one really in terms of the chances. I would say that the call I had this morning was that the Esher pitch is under 10 inches of snow with covers on it. So I would suggest if it's cold tonight, it's probably not a great chance, but the reality is we'll have to wait and see. The referee's got to do an inspection.
And that inspection will be Friday, is that correct?
Yeah, there's going to be one tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Okay, great. And last couple of weeks, obviously no game on the weekend, but last couple of weeks before that, couple of good wins. Looking to take that form into Esher this weekend? It'd
be nice actually to get a run and keep playing well, because you know the last 2 weeks that we played, we actually put some good stuff on the park, had a couple of good wins, and you know yourself, it's all about momentum in this league. You get a few wins together, string a few, the confidence builds, and the momentum comes, and it's times like this that just sort of break that sort of rhythm up, and it's a massive interrupter to the training program. You know, it's pretty hard to get out on the track out here and do any quality work, but we're fortunate that the Forest have let us use the indoor gym this afternoon, so we're down at Wilford Lane for a good session indoors. But yeah, it is a big disruptor, and you know, then there's a natural league break after this weekend anyway, so pretty frustrating is probably my sentiments.
And if the game does go ahead, it will probably be debut for Cement Seafer, one of the hardest men in the game. Looking forward to seeing him on the pitch?
Well, if he lives up to that billing, I think everyone will be looking forward to seeing him on the pitch. And I think you know, a couple of blokes carrying the ball up, him and Big Mike, I think it'll be enough for anyone to dine out into the Christmas festive period. So you know, I think Junior getting over here in the last week, settling down, you know, he's here to do a specific job and play the way he plays, and you know, we think he'll be a really big part of what we do.
And just before you name the team, Glenn, the Esher team not going so well on the ladder, but always a danger, those sorts of teams this time of year.
Oh, horrendously dangerous, and I think the reality is the conditions are a great leveller. They're a plucky team for sure. They're a good side, well coached by Mike, yes, and very well organised, and I think that perhaps results haven't quite gone their way, but the reality is there are some good players in their team who will make them perform. And you know, they've beaten London Welsh at home this year, which should ring any alarm bells for anyone expecting to go down there and have a cushy day at the office. That's not what you get down there any time of the year, so it'll be a tough game, and hopefully as this comes down a bit heavier, maybe it'll stop, give us half a chance to get a game. But the other thing I'd like to say, it was nice to have you back behind the camera. I know Jacko's there somewhere loitering. He hasn't really been too vociferous this afternoon. Probably disappointed by the lack of questioning from him. Thought you two were going to do this together. What's the story there?
Yeah, well, you know, with me and Jacko, I've had a bit of a chat. There's really a shameless self-promotion since I've been away, so we've tried to keep him quiet just for 1 week and bring him back as and when.
Gradually, I mean, you've noticed him doing his work on the film, and I know this is to turn sort of an interview around on itself. Really, what's your thoughts of David Jackson's approach to interviewing Ben? How have you seen what he's been doing? What are your feelings towards his line of questioning? Do you think he's cutting the mustard?
Oh, look, I think he's certainly got a lot of potential. There's a bit of a way to go, but really that's just time on task. So, you know, I look forward to him blossoming in that role and getting a lot better. As you see Craig Hammond walking around in the background, just get through to name the team before we freeze to death.
Yeah, team this week. Yes, let's go from the top. Neil Fowkes, Tom Youngs, Marty Halsall, Callum Green, Dan Hemingway, Craig Clubs Hammond, Luke Sheriff, Sione, Big Mike Calamafoni at 8, your good self Tim at 9, Jimmy Arledge at 10, centres of Junior Seafer and Andy Forsyth, back 3 of Cobden, Savage, David Jackson.
Cheers Glenn, thanks for that.